podcast, All Things Corona. I'm your host, Kylie Redding, and it's April 27th, 2020. Today's topic is how COVID-19 is affecting everyday life. I have my dad here with me, who's actually a 911 dispatcher, and we're going to be chatting about all things Corona in relation to emergency responders. So, Dad, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Ryan Redding, Kylie's dad. I've been a 911 dispatcher at York County 911 in York, Pennsylvania for a little over 4 years.
Very cool. So can you explain a little bit about what you do as a 911 dispatcher?
Well, being there for 4 years, I'm signed off on all the positions in the room, meaning that I take calls from the public as well as dispatch police departments, fire department, and ambulances.
And do you like your job?
I love it. It's not the job for everyone, but I find it exciting and I like helping the public and working with all the responders.
I'm glad to hear that. So, how have the amount of calls you typically get changed during the coronavirus?
Overall, I think our call volume is approximately the same. It might be down slightly, but not a whole lot. However, the types of calls we take now has changed.
Can you explain this change?
We're taking less motor vehicle accidents and traffic stops because there aren't as many people out and about on the roads. All the calls that we would normally take at schools and businesses being deemed non-essential right now are non-existent. However, domestics, psychiatric calls, and overdoses are all up. People are getting a little stir-crazy, sick of being home isolated 24/7, and we're taking some calls directly related to the virus.
So these calls directly related to the virus, what do they look like and how do you handle them?
We're taking a lot of calls about people wearing masks or not wearing masks in public, businesses being open that shouldn't be, people gathering in large groups that shouldn't be, things like that. In those cases, we have to send an officer out to handle the situation and take a report. We're also taking ambulance calls for people that think they might have the virus or have symptoms of the virus. We handle those like any other ambulance call, except that the responders take extra precautions on calls like that. And we're getting a lot of calls from the public just asking general questions about the stay-at-home order, what businesses can and can't be opened, things like of that nature. We can't really answer those calls or those questions, but we provide them with other resources and other phone numbers to call to get those answers.
Yeah, that makes sense. So is there anything else you would like to add about the coronavirus or really anything?
Just that people shouldn't be tying up 911 with questions related to the laws or the stay-at-home order. Like I said, we don't have those answers. We can't answer those questions. In Pennsylvania, we get people an 877 PA health number to call for those answers. I'm not sure what the number is in Maryland. And other than that, just everybody stay safe and stay healthy.
That was a very interesting conversation from the point of view of someone who sees these changes firsthand. Unfortunately, as he pointed out, many people are struggling with isolation. I'd like to remind everyone that they are not alone, and please reach out to loved ones. Speaking of, now we're going to sit down with Ani Woodward, a sophomore in high school, and talk about all things Corona in relation to being a high school student. So how have you been doing with everything going on?
I've been doing good, I guess. I mean, I miss my friends and I miss school, which is surprising. I just hate being home alone a lot. Well, I'm obviously home with my family, but I mean not being able to see my friends or any other family I have and just not being able to go out and do stuff. So it's kind of tough, but I'm okay.
I feel that. So what have you been doing to stay occupied or socially distancing?
Well, I just finished repainting and redecorating my bedroom. It's a lot better now than what it used to be. And me and my mom, we just finished redecorating our kitchen and our living room, and it looks nice now, but I mean, since we're done that, I feel like there's nothing else to do other than homework during quarantine, because you can't do anything, but...
Yeah. So you mentioned doing homework. how do you feel about the new way of doing school right now?
I absolutely hate it. I don't think it's effective whatsoever. You can't learn like you would in an actual school because you're looking through a screen and you have 3 different slides up at once, and if you have a problem with something, you have to wait to get an email back from a teacher, and even then it's not as helpful as it would be in person. And I think it would just be a lot more effective if we had to read a book and write an essay on it, and if we just had a certain question we had to write the whole essay about. I think that'd be a lot more effective than having to go through all these confusing stuff for our homework online.
Mm-hmm. So obviously school is very different, but what other changes have you seen during this time?
Well, I've seen a lot of stuff change. When I go out now to like the grocery store, we have to wear face masks and you have to stay 6 feet apart from everyone, so it's a lot more crowded. And the shelves are really bare. Like, there's no toilet paper, there's no paper towels, there's very little canned food goods, and you can't go see your friends. You're not really supposed to go out into, like, you can't go hiking as much as you normally could, and a lot of stores and the malls and everything's closed and you're just stuck home. It sucks.
Has anything been canceled for you during COVID-19?
Yeah, a lot of stuff's been canceled. I had a really, really excited concert that I was going to go see coming up, and I was going to go with you. And I had a really fun week camping trip that I was going to go with my family down to Virginia and go stay at the beach and possibly just like go on beach trips and stuff. But now almost all of that's canceled, and I'm really sad about that. But gotta live with what you gotta live with.
Yeah, that's sad. So, how has Corona affected your mental health?
Well, I mean, it's been tough. I depend on my friends a lot, and you know, they're a big source of my happiness because you know, they're great, and being stuck home and not being able to see them or hang out with them and just like laugh with them, it's hard because you're bored and there's nothing to do, and after you get to a certain point of just sitting around, it's like, it's tough.
Yeah, I get that. So let's end on a fun one. What do you look forward to most after socially distancing?
Seeing my friends and being able to see my other family members and being able to go to the mall and being able to shop and going to the beach and just not being in my house with the same 3 people I've seen for a month and a half now every single day. So yeah.
Thanks, Ani.
Yep.
I think she speaks for everyone in saying that we miss how life used to be. But we're all in this together, and COVID-19 can only last so long. Thanks for listening to All Things Corona. Wash your hands and stay safe, everyone. This is Kylie Redding signing off.